Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is April. I go by Ruby Rouge here on the YouTubes, and today we're going to talk about silicone-free, oil-free foundation. But first, I want to tell you my upcoming videos are, have a video about, what is it, from the Body Shop, their Tea Tree collection. I used the whole collection, and yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on it. It's for, I think it's meant for acne prone skin, so if you're interested in that. And I might do a review on some HelloFresh. I've been using that for a little while and I have some thoughts on that as well. So those are just two I can think of off the top of my head. I should have wrote down some right here on my notes. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you're interested, and let's get into the video. So today, like I said, we're talking about silicone-free, oil-free foundation. First off, I want to say, if you have a problem that I don't like silicones on my face, I don't care. No, I don't mean to be combative, but it's like, I feel like people attack me and other YouTubers sometimes because we don't want silicones. And I don't want silicones for me personally because I know that something in products that contain silicone and oil or oil break me out. I just know they do because I'm trying a product right now that broke me out. I think it's an oil in the product that I didn't either recognize, or sometimes I can get away with like maybe an oil way down in the list. Yeah, but obviously, you know, I know my skin. I have a major skincare journey. I need to do a video on that and exactly how I figured out which types of products broke me out and how I came to this conclusion. But please don't attack me because you think silicones are fine for everybody. Everybody's skin's different. My mom has zero problem with it. But I do. I just do. And I figured it out by using a basically 100% silicone primer. Was the thing, and I was like, oh, I can't use this. Yeah. And that was basically where I went with that. Anyway, so moving on. They discontinued one of my favorite, well, I don't want to say my favorite, but for a very long time, this was the only silicone oil-free foundation on the market that I knew about. This was the bareMinerals Bare Skin Foundation, and it is now discontinued. Although that makes me sad because obviously when it comes to a product like this, my options are very limited and I hate to see any options go. This foundation was very difficult to use. It was very tricky. It didn't always make your skin look the best. But for someone like me who gets acne from other products, I was willing to, trying to find my words, sacrifice a little bit in order to not have acne. Yeah, I was willing to give up a little bit of beautifulness. I was willing to have to keep powdering my face every hour so that I didn't break out, because I hate breakouts. And breakouts kind of put me in this pattern where I feel like I have to wear makeup, or I feel self-conscious, or I just don't like it. So anyways, this foundation discontinued. In the meantime though, I do keep my eyes out, and I have found other foundations. And specifically, I found this Milk foundation. It is silicone free and oil free. I have 3 shades here, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. And also, I have found this Pure 4-in-1 foundation. I just replaced these. I actually have 3 colors as well of this, and they're in my empties. I just finished them up a couple months ago. Alright, so let's talk about the Milk foundation first. Oh, hold on. I do want to mention, there are some, if you don't make it to when I actually get to talk about these, the number 10 ingredient is, I'll flash it up here, and it is a type of silicone, so that you should know that. And then there's also very way down on the list, there's safflower seed oil. It doesn't bother me. I've used this for a very long time now, for almost like a year and a half. I've been using this, maybe a year. and it doesn't break me out. So I think the ingredients are far enough down on the list that they don't irritate or bother my skin. Moving back to the Milk Foundation. It is what I'm wearing today. I hate to even say that today because, like I said, I'm experiencing a breakout, which I honestly hardly ever do, but I was feeling like taking a risk on a product, and I did, and I don't think it's working out for me. So I hate to even like say that it's this foundation because I'm like, I don't know how terrible my skin looks. Anyways, but medium to full coverage. It shears out really, really well though, and it shears out with water or like a setting spray. So that's what I do. I just put some on my beauty blender, or I just get my beauty blender really, really wet. I have a bunch of different ways I can kind of shear it out, and you know, just really mix in a lot of either primer water or aloe. Like I have a spray aloe primer that I use. Yeah, something like that. The Smashbox Primer Water is one of my favorite silicone-free primer waters, if you want one of those. But yeah, you just shear it out. And otherwise, it can be very, very full coverage. Another note about it, you don't want to use any other mattifying products with this foundation. It is super, super mattifying, super, I wouldn't even say drying. It doesn't necessarily feel drying on my skin, but it definitely, like, if you go overboard and try to put something else, like a mattifying primer with it, I use the Becca Evermatte mattifying primer. It's silicone free. But if you try to, like, you layer those two things together, you're going to be like, whoa, what happened to my face? I accidentally did that the other day, just like not thinking, and I was like, holy crap, that looks awful. So yes, no other mattifying products with this. You can use your powder, use it a little bit lighter than usual until you get the foundation set to your kind of liking. But yeah, it does hold up for a long time. And once you do start breaking through it, you can powder over it, and it's not like crazy or anything like that. This will obviously, because of that, it's going to work best on oily skin. I couldn't really imagine what it would look like on dry skin, but I know that it works well for oily skin, and yeah, it doesn't break down super easy. It takes several hours for it to start kind of breaking down. That was the thing with this foundation. Like, I had to powder it every single like hour, probably 45 minutes to keep it from breaking down, because once it started to break down, it looked crazy. This doesn't really break down very quickly, so that's amazing. One problem that I'm kind of having with it is the color selection. Every single one I've tried kind of leans a little bit too yellow for me. So I'm kind of trying to make it work because I love it so much, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I recently just got color matched at Sephora, and I like the color better, but it's way too dark. So I'm still trying to kind of figure that out. I ended up with honey, and that would be my summer color. It's way too dark. It kind of matches like the darkest part of like my shoulders and stuff, but when I put it on my face, it's just too dark for my face, if that makes sense. So it kind of matches me, but at the same time, it's like too dark. So I've been kind of lightening it up with light, and I had tried medium, but medium is just incredibly yellow. And I will do some swatches and add those in, maybe a picture right here. I do have to, so that means that I do have to kind of mix the foundations because they don't have my proper skin shade. And I'm still actually kind of looking. I need to go to a Sephora where they have them all available so I can kind of swatch them and see. But yeah, I'm still trying to find my shade. Yeah. And that brings me to the very last point, and that these are the best in summer for me. So I don't even use these in the winter. They're kind of expensive. $36 I think a piece, $38. But I don't use these in the winter time because they are just so freaking good in the summer. And in the winter, these aren't bad too. But I actually prefer this guy here, and it is so good in the winter. This is like beautiful on my skin, and I love it. So we're going to talk about this now. I already mentioned that it does have 2 questionable ingredients. So if you do end up purchasing this, you may want to make an effort to like use it very quickly to see if you have any reactions to it, and so that you can do that, you can get it taken back within a time frame where that would work for you. This is, once again, it's a thicker coverage, but it shears out pretty easily. So if you put a lot on, you're going to get a big, heavy, thick, almost kind of cakey face. Because this is a wax-based foundation, it does kind of need you to warm it up to your skin. And yeah, so you need to be careful to not get too much on. If you get too much on, you're going to get super, super cakey. But you can always shear it out with a brush. Once again, this does actually shear out pretty well with water. You can dampen your brush or dab a beauty blender over it and get some of the excess off if you did get a little heavy-handed. So I really like the control with both of these foundations. I like that you can go from a really heavy coverage if you feel like you need it, or you can go really, really light. Another thing about this, though, that I think you should know is that it does not hold up in the summer. I think because of the wax base. I don't really know what makes it break down. Over the winter, I have zero problems. I can wear this all day long. I don't know. I can wear it even up through spring, but when it hits about 80 degrees here, it just melts. I don't know what happens to this foundation, but when it hits 80 degrees, and 80 degrees here is like usually very, very humid as well. So, yeah, when it hits 80 degrees, this is melting off my face. So this is not a summertime high humidity foundation. One thing I would like to say, if you have similar coloring as myself, I think I'm an olive tone. I don't really know. I can't seem to figure it out. But I tend to get very cool and neutral in the winter and get somewhat warm, even a little brown, I guess, in the summer. So there you go. I don't tan my face, so yeah, I can try to keep the sun off of my face. So I have to do everything with makeup to get my skin on my face, try to match my body. Doesn't always work. But the colors do work really well on me. So, yeah. That's nice. And the other awesome thing about these is that you can find them on sale. The Pure brand itself, I think, goes on sale kind of frequently at Ulta, but this is, I have seen this on like 21 Days of Ulta or just on a random hot buy in their foundations. If you see them, I definitely think you should pick them up. They're kind of expensive. Once again, I think they're $28 a piece. But if you can get them for like $14, they might even be more than that. I don't know. But anytime I see them on a hot buy or a foundation buy or whatever, I try to pick them up, especially if I need one, because, or if I'm getting ready to need one, because they're good. Good. And that is all I have for silicone-free foundations. Unfortunately, and only one of them was actually silicone-free. Yeah, but these work for me, and I'm pretty sensitive to it. I'm not so sensitive to like the powdered dimethicone, like in blush or something like that, but I'm super cannot do it in hair products or in liquid face products. I don't know what. Okay, that's it. Fall today. If you have a favorite, please let me know. Even if you have something like this where the product's just way low down on the list, let me know. And I also triaxoxycapracillane. No, just don't, mommy. Yeah, no. So yeah, if you have a silicone-free foundation that you love, or oil-free foundation that you love, let us all know down below. I can see you guys in the comments, and not just on YouTube, but like when I go to review pages for like this product or this product, people are like, yes, please, we need these silicone-free products. We need them. So I know you're out there. I know you're with me. I am a kindred spirit. Keep watching my channel if that is your thing, because I do lots of videos on products that don't contain silicones in oils because that's what I can use. So subscribe, hit the bell. Also, let us know down below if you have any of your favorites that work for you. And even like I said, if they're lightly like way down in the list, let us know because it might still work for us. I can use, like a lot of times I can use an oil way down and it doesn't bother me, but sometimes it does. Yeah. So that's all for today. I will see you guys again soon. Thank you all for hanging out. Bye.